Hello everybody, we are the Geeks and the Genets. I am Enzo, this is my forever co-host John, and today we talk about the latest series of Fallout by Amazon. I have a question for you. Have you ever played any of the Fallout games? Because I haven't.
Ah, I didn't really get into much of it. I did play a bit of like Fallout 4. I got a little far in New Vegas, but now I don't remember because I played that thing like years ago. But I remember that the story of New Vegas is like the one that I prefer the most.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're like this like ranger guy who has like a cloak and has a gas mask. And I was like, okay, this is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I after seeing this, I'm planning on like maybe buying it and like when given the time, I'll play it.
Yeah, same
But
here.
yeah, not I didn't play 1, 2, 3, 4, and like all the things in between.
Yeah. Neither did I only played 4 for a little bit, and then I stopped because college got the best of me, and then time just slipped by, so I'm like, oh well, I guess I'll play it again sometime. Because this show really did a great job in making me want to go back and play it. And like I think that's the best thing about the show. One of the best things about the show. The other thing is that the show is pretty good.
Yeah,
And it made me want to play. And I think other people who are like beginners see the show, and if they have the equipment or the budget, they can also pick it up. But there, of course, there's no pressure. If you just want to watch the show, you can just watch the show. And if you just want to watch playthroughs on YouTube, that's fine too. But yeah, I would say it's a pretty good show, and I am surprised. I shouldn't be surprised at video game movies anymore or shows anymore, but I'm still traumatized by past events.
yeah. Same here. I would say the same. Like it's like we're kind of like stuck in that like little pocket of like, oh, video game movies are usually or video game shows are usually bad. We don't expect much from it. But after the track record, I did like give it a benefit of the doubt because knowing Fallout
Yeah,
a tad bit, I was like, this is actually kind of like a Hideo Kojima situation where these games are like, oh, these are very fit for a TV show or a movie,
yeah,
and like this entire thing would be great as a TV show or a movie. And I was not gonna lie, I was like, why not? Let's give it a shot. I love the setting. I love the whole 50s Atom Punk
yeah,
nuclear war theme, and like I will, I wasn't surprised by like it being good, um, but I was like, okay, I didn't expect it to be this good. I'm like, all right, okay. And like on IMDb, it's like an 8.5 out of 10. I was like, sheesh, that's a
yeah.
good show.
And like it does feel like these large Bethesda RPGs where the characters start out in one place and then they intersect and then they essentially level up. Like Lucy, who's on the quest to find her father, and from the beginning you feel like all of the people underground are very sheltered. They don't know what's happened above ground 200 years later, and they're just like they're, as Maximus says, they're basically like a cult, and like they just don't
Yeah,
know any better. And it is fun to see Lucy's journey being this like hunky dory, like okie dokie, everything's fine, to like this hardened, almost hardened
Frustrations.
veteran. She's not there yet, but like she's getting there. Uh,
Hmm.
but she definitely is one of the characters that stand out, and like I can't wait to see what happens in season 2.
Same here. And speaking of standouts, my favorite comic book character now is pretty much here as well.
Yeah,
Walton Goggins.
yeah,
He's Cecil in Invincible, and now he's the Ghoul.
the ghoul. What
Yeah, and I was like, if I remember correctly, this guy is in Fallout 4 or 3.
yeah,
Correct me if
he's
I'm wrong. Again, we didn't really delve in deep within the game. But yeah, right? He's in the game.
yeah, as like
Yeah, like
your side companion.
yeah, he's like the sheriff kind of deal. Or like he has, I
Yeah,
remember he just looks like a cowboy, and he doesn't have a nose. And like I love his story.
yeah,
Look, we're not gonna go through this chronologically, but like the fact that like he has something to do with the entire vault thing.
yeah,
Well, his wife has something to do with the entire vault thing. Just the conspiracies, all that, and like I love the entire lore of it. Like he used to be in like he used to go to war back in
Yeah.
the day. That's why he's so good at shooting. I'm like, all right,
Yeah, and
okay, I get it.
I'm not sure if this is a new twist on the Fallout lore or if this is established, but I didn't know Vault-Tec was responsible for dropping the bombs that caused this whole hellscape of an environment.
Not gonna lie, it feels like it. I feel like playing the games a little bit. Vault-Tech does
Feel like the
feel like
mastermind.
yeah, because again they already pre-planned it. They
Yeah.
had and what they were talking about with the whole experiments all throughout the different vaults
Yeah.
is real. Like it is like it is
Established.
in the game.
Yeah, I know
Like some
that.
people were like in cryo sleep.
Yeah.
Others were like one dude and everybody in the vault's all women and woman. Oh,
Everyone's
and like
all
all
guys.
dudes. And I'm like, it's all weird experiments.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you guys kind of had to have a foresight that this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, let's do this thing.
Yeah. And
So yeah, I feel like, correct us if we're wrong. I feel like Vault-Tec did have something to do with the whole nuclear war. And if they didn't, if it wasn't in the game, I feel like there would have been a lot of uproar
yeah.
on the internet if we're like, no, that's not lore accurate. You know, like
Yeah. Like I do like how the vault system of Lucy's parts go. Like 31, 32, and 33 are all connected, and 31 is where they get their leaders, and 32 and 33 are just the experiment grounds to see what happens. And then 33, obviously, something goes horribly wrong. We don't really know what happens. And I'm glad this season doesn't give us clear answers when Lucy's brother is looking for it. And I guess we'll just have to wait for season 2. But yeah, there's really no definitive answers, which is, from what I experienced, is like what it is in the game. Like with Cooper and Lucy and even the Brotherhood of Steel with Maximus. I like that there are no clear answers, and which makes sense because this is directed by or made by Jonathan Nolan, who is the brother of Christopher Nolan, who made Westworld.
hey, all right, all right. It does feel like Westworld. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not only are the characters compelling, but like I feel like all of the producers and all of the showrunners, the directors, really paid close attention to the world they're building and tried to make almost an exact replica, if not an exact replica, of the world of Fallout. And it is quite impressive to see on the big screen of being like, and now being like, my God, video game adaptations have really evolved since the days of Mortal Kombat Annihilation or the lesser video game movies.
Yeah. And oh god, I love the setting. I love the landscapes and everything. And I love the album art from Tame Impala is here as well.
Yeah,
I don't know if you like people pointed it out. It's the same window. It's the same like sand dune kind of esque. It's in like Las Vegas,
yeah.
and yeah, it just made me laugh.
Occasionally, there will be like themes from the games themselves, like when Lucy's in Vault 4 and she discovers the NCR, New California Republic. You hear the theme of Fallout 4, and I'm like, I recognize that theme. But yeah, it's so cool how they designed this world, even though you can tell there's a budget to this first season because there's no death claws or other huge nightmare
Like
fuel
the
creatures.
the mutants.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like they're not there yet, but they tease it by the end of like when Hank is moving to New Vegas and he steps on a Death Claw skull. It's like, oh, I guess that's what we're in store for this new season. Holy shit!
yeah. I can't wait. I can't.
So, which storyline did you find most compelling?
Not gonna lie, all three are
Yeah.
very compelling. Like Lucy getting out of the whole vault thing and exploring and kind of being hardened by her
Yeah.
environment, where she gets mentored by the ghoul a
Yeah.
bit, and like she experiences all of these things when her morals is supposed to be like really good,
Yeah,
like lawfully good.
Yeah.
And but it keeps getting tested, and it's very compelling. Like she's getting all the information from the conspiracies. Her father being part of Vault-Tec, and like her mother being murdered by her
her
father.
father.
Yeah, and you're like, what? You know, and you know what I loved is that Fallout right off the bat is like create your own character and make your own story.
Yeah.
There is a story, but like you could make your own, character, and I love it I love Fallout for that because we're not like, oh, that's not Master Chief, or like, oh, that's not Mister You Know Who.
Yeah.
They casted the wrong person. When in Fallout, you can make your own character, so it could be anybody, and like whether it look like Maximus or it looks like Lucy,
Yeah.
either one can be main character.
Yeah.
Um,
And the
but
show,
yeah,
I was about to say,
yeah.
the show is quite funny too. Like when Maximus
Yeah.
was fighting that bear and his knight just goes, "Oh fuck, oh fuck, 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 fuck."
Oh shit! Oh shit!
It's like,
yeah, like he's like
every
running around.
player that's encountered something like that, there's like, "Fuck no, I'm not man enough for that." Starts running away.
Yeah. And I love it that this show does go back to, like, it calls back to the games, like the Red Rocket Cafe.
Yeah.
Was it for? Especially New Vegas.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, especially. Was there another location?
Yeah. I can't tell. I really can't tell.
I can't tell. Like again, we didn't really delve in deep.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about Sandy. What was it called? Sandy something.
Yeah, Sandy Shores. I had no idea that existed, but we do find out that Hank was that every player who sets up a nuke, because they're like, you know what, why not? I have all power.
Yeah.
But that is the big twist. So after getting the head with cold fusion, you find out that Sandy Shores was the center of civilization after the bombs dropped, and then Hank was like, Vault-Tec can't have that, I can't have that, you're all gonna burn. And Lucy's mom was part of the collateral damage, and you're like, oh fuck, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and I'm just like, fuck.
Yeah.
This is like, I love the conspiracy. It goes so deep.
Yeah.
But a lot of the times, this show doesn't take itself so seriously. I love it for that. Like, when one of the squires, I forgot his name, Thaddeus,
Yeah.
like he's being picked off by like the golfer, and he just screams. like there's so many comedic moments where it's just very lighthearted. I think at the same time, it's not like funny haha like Marvel does,
Yeah.
where it ruins a moment.
Yeah. And like there are great moments too that are comedic, like Fred Armisen being like, if you would like a request, please don't come to my house. I have nothing else to play. You're like, oh, okay, makes sense. Alright. But yeah, just again, everything just looks so good, and like I still can't believe we're here. Like when you see the Brotherhood of Steel just marching, you're like, I can't believe these effects are this good. Holy Jesus Christ.
I love it that it's practical too.
Yeah.
And I would say it's a little clunky how they move. Like you could tell it's a very cosplay kind of movement. It doesn't feel like, oh, he's like a
CGI suit.
CGI suit, or like I would say Warhammer. You know how Warhammer? people
Yeah.
walk? That's how they're supposed to be.
You
in
know,
those suits, but it feels like a very cosplay movement. Again, I'm not complaining. They're using practical effects, and I love them for that.
that's how you know this is done by the brother of Christopher Nolan, because Jonathan Nolan apparently doesn't like CGI as well, so he's following in his brother's footsteps, which I do like.
Yeah.
And like, even though you can tell they somewhat have a limited budget, like the fights, the effects all look pristine. Like the last battle in where Moldave was, you're like, holy shit, this is pretty good. Especially the last part with the ghoul being like, you know what, there used to be a problem underneath the chest when they were welding the armor. I wonder if it's still there. And he shoots one of the brothers, and you're like, he just goes, I feel nothing.
Well, the knight just like falls down. I was like, by the way, I love characters like these.
Yeah.
I love gunslingers. I love it that he just like dispatches all of them
Yeah.
very effectively. Because when you see his like past, you don't see him in the war. You
Yeah.
see him after it, and he's like a celebrity. He's very much like the John Wayne
Yeah.
all out, and like he's a great gunslinger. But again, he's just showbiz.
Yeah. And he.
But now you see him like how he is in the war, and I'm like, I really do.
Yeah. He's also responsible for, or one of the people responsible for, the Vault-Tec, the Vault Boy, like,
Ah,
Right.
yeah, the thumbs up.
Yeah.
Again, I love that scene where they're like, why do you like don't like doing the thumbs up? And he doesn't want to explain it, but the reason why they do it is like, and I've heard this explanation before, where if you hold up your thumb and if the blast is bigger than your thumb, you are dead.
Yeah.
But if it's smaller than your thumb, you're okie dokie.
Yeah. At the beginning, I'm just like, this is kind of slow for a fall, and then the bombs start dropping. I was like, never mind. Holy shit! I guess we're here.
Shit got so intense,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And like, I do like, again, I do like their attention to details. Like, it feels like once again we're finally in the era where video game adaptations are handled with such care and pristine. And there's no, yeah, like you, I haven't heard any uproar from the internet of like that's not how it's supposed to go. Unlike say the Halo show where people are just the poor Halo fans are being waterboarded, as I've been told.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard season 2 was not that bad.
Yeah, I heard from I heard it's not that bad, but I heard from Moisture Critical that it's not a high bar to begin with, so it's like decent.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm glad this show exists, and I know we didn't really go in too deep because this is like an 8-hour show. If you combine everything, it's 8 hours of pure entertainment. But if you need any confirmation that this show is good, you heard it from Geeks and the Degenerates and across the internet that this show is excellent, and that's why it's getting a second season. And I can't wait to see where Lucy progresses, what other conspiracies Cooper has in store, and what happens to Maximus, because he can't really take credit for killing Moldava because she just dies on the spot. He's just like, oh shit, oh fuck, what do I do now? Oh well. Like he gains experience points without doing anything. He's like, where the fuck did I get this? Okay.
Yeah, he gets promoted, I think. But I love the storyline where, like, he doesn't earn it. He fights for it, but you clearly tell he doesn't earn the armor until the end.
Yeah.
You can tell that he's like very arrogant. He's still like a kid.
Yeah.
When it comes to it, he doesn't even know what like the sex is. And I love that one episode where it's a trap. That was the name of the episode. And the entire time they were there, they were like, something's wrong, something's off. There's always something off when it comes to Boba Fett.
Yeah.
And like they're trying to break the conspiracy, and they find something, and they're like, "No, you're." And they find, so they retaliate, and they make this entire scene where she throws acid at somebody's face, and then Maximus like absolutely destroys a couple of guards, and you find out like they're legit good people.
Yeah, Maximus is like,
there's nothing wrong with
I think you need to check on that guy. The guy's like, like, well, shit.
And they're like, we sentence you to death through
by exile.
By exile, and he's like cutting the rope, and then they like give him a like 2 week supply of food, and they're like, now leave. And I'm like, you guys are too nice.
Right? Like if I was a player in this game, I'd be like, holy shit, it's a lot of supplies. Can survive forever now. But yeah, again, pretty good show, and full of twists and turns, and yeah, another video game adaptation that is quite excellent and is here to stay. And Ella Purnell has another video game adaptation this year, which is Arcane Season 2. So she has two big shows this year, one being this one, the other one being Arcane Season 2, and she is a rising star, and I can't wait to see what she does next in her career. So yeah.
Same.
But yeah, what would you rate Fallout Season 1?
You know, I'm a rate Fallout Season 1. It's so far so good, you know? Like, I can't find any fault with it.
Yeah.
Is it too much I'd give it a 10 out of 10?
I mean, if you're feeling it, sure.
Yeah, I am feeling it, because I'm like, from my limited amount of knowledge when it comes to Fallout, this does feel like Fallout. And since I didn't play a lot of it, I'm exploring new concepts and new storylines. And the fact that we see a little bit of like the same outfit that the guy wore in New Vegas, I'm like, hey, that's kind of cool. And the amount of attention to detail all throughout the entire show was just spot on.
Mm-hmm.
and I love it. Like they really stuck true to the source material, and I don't hear anybody complaining about it either.
Yeah.
Like it's been out for a while, and not a lot of people are like, "Oh, they messed this up. They messed this up."
Yeah.
People seem to be enjoying it. So yeah, 10 out
Uh,
of 10.
yeah, I'll give this a 9 out of 10 simply because it is a great entry level for anyone who wants to do more research any way they can. Again, please, if it's your first time watching the show or gaining entry level to the world of Fallout, please don't feel pressured to get what $1,000 PC just to play it. Like you do,
Yeah.
you just watch a playthrough or do research on the internet, and if you like what you like, then stick for the ride for season 2 and hopefully season 3. And yeah, the characters are compelling. The acting, there's no weak moments in acting, which I'm glad we're done with that phase of video game movies where we're like, well, that's shitty acting, that's over the
Yeah.
top. Like everyone here does such a great job, from like Ella Purnell to I forgot the guy's name for Maximus to, of course, Walton Goggins.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything from the world to the story to the sets is all excellent in my opinion, in our opinions. So yeah, 9 out of 10 on my end. But yeah, anything to add before we wrap this up?
No. I can't wait for season 2.
Yeah,
I want more Walton Goggins.
same here.
Aside from one of my favorite actors.
Yeah. I wish he does more in the future. You know, I hope he pops up in more movies, maybe with a Christopher Nolan movie, since his brother could put a good word in. So you never know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's been our video for Fallout Season 1. What do you guys think? What's your favorite entry to the Fallout universe if you have played the games? And which one would you recommend people who are just starting, so they can read it in the comments below? But if you like our videos, please leave a like, subscribe, and ding the bell icon to get notified of when we upload next. We're also on Spotify and TikTok. TikTok to see our best and funniest moments, Spotify to hear us on the go. In the video, I'm Jodas Voices on TikTok and Wolf on Letterboxd. Where can I find you?
You can find me at JohnJM _ on Instagram as well.
And until the next time, we'll see you then. Bye, everybody.
Ciao.